Howdy, I'm Amber Thest, and today I'm gonna wash and start working on my punk pants. Um, I'm sick and I have no idea how I sound. So, if it's different, that's why. These are my pants. I started several years ago. So this is oh no. So this is where they're at right now. I'll give you a mini tour and then we'll take stuff off because it's windy. It's howling. And my window's open. Sorry if you can hear that. I'm gonna wash this. So I have to take off all of the bits that can't be washed. So first of all, we have this embroidered quote right up there, and it says, "Just because it's mundane doesn't make it less amazing." That's a quote from one of the hosts on the Priestesses podcast, which doesn't exist anymore, but I have it downloaded on my computer. um, so that's already on there. We also have the pockets, which I enlarged and I put fun patterns in there. So that's the pocket material. Safety pins on the crotch, essential. We got some pins. This pussy grabs back, and yeah. And then we have that from a t-shirt. I'm pretty sure it was like a really conservative t-shirt, and it happened to have they and them. So I made pronoun patches. Over here, Black Lives Matter. This patch was one of my early experiments in patch making. And I was using Sharpies and I didn't want it to like bleed out. So I did cover it in Mod Podge, and that's why it makes sounds. It's crunchy. I actually want to take it off and retire it and make a new Black Lives Matter patch to put in its place because it is just so crusty. This is a seam that I opened up so that I could more easily sew a large patch on there. So it's just got all the safety pins to keep that closed. We just have this tossed on there because I have to put Thrifty Punk on things. It's a stamp I made with my brand name. And then we have a granny square. Oh, this is such an out of order tour. I did some visible mending in the crotch because it was wearing really thin, I think. I don't think it had a hole quite yet, but I took some more denim fabric and then did this very nice, happens to be bisexual pride colors. So shout out to all the bis. Made my crotch patch for you. Why does it keep falling? I'm confused about the falling, but I have it propped up on the most unstable object. I don't want to get out my tripod is the thing. Down here, stamped directly onto the fabric, is this eyeball stamp I made. Oh, and right on the back of that one, over here, we have a little patch. That one's sewn on. So he's staying there, a little crystal ball kind of moment. And then the big thing is along this whole leg, it says human rights for all humans. And I think that's everything that is currently on these pants. What is in the pocket? A tissue. Ah. Okay. So, time to take everything off the pants, and then I can give them a wash because they haven't been washed in quite some time. And since there's like paint and different stuff on them, I just want to give it a little hand wash. So I'll show what that's like. Right now, these pants are looking very baby punk. There's not a lot going on them. Oh, I did I didn't show. The knees are ripped. How cute and fun. It's so edgy. But yeah, they need a lot more stuff going on. So I need to make some patches. I need to sew some more patches on so I don't have all the safety pins all the time. Because like when I'm wearing my vest, I'm already having to keep track of like all these pins and safety pins and everything so that nothing falls off or stabs me. And I don't want to do that with my pants, you know? So they don't get as much wear as they could because it's like work to wear these pants. So I'm gonna keep taking everything off. This part's not interesting. Got the seam ripper out. Everything else is taken off. I had so many freaking safety pins on this thing. But now it's time to officially remove the giant crusty patch. So, and most of it's sewn on with white thread, and it's a white patch, so I can't see the stitches on top, but I can go in between the layers and see those. So I'll probably paint a new patch, because now I have fabric paint. And then we won't be crusty like that anymore. I mean, like, crusty in aesthetic, but not like... We don't need that. We've progressed. Alright, okay. It's officially ready to go into the retirement box. Actually, I was just thinking about, like, I have, like, zines and retired patches and stuff in a box. And this square up here, that's one of my retired patches, and I just put it up on my cork board for a little bit. So, who knows? This may be on display somewhere again, along with my other crusty little bits. But now I just have to pluck all of the raggly bits out of here, and we'll be ready to toss this in a bucket of soap. While I'm doing the soap, I should probably... I'm gonna get this little jar for all the little string bits, so they don't just go on the carpet. But I was thinking, since I am getting out a bucket of soap and doing that whole thing, I should probably wash my vest at the same time. I do want to wash my jacket as well, but I don't really want to do that at this moment. It's self-care day. I just want to wash my pants and maybe my vest, but my vest is absolutely covered in stuff, so we're gonna have to take everything off, which is fun. I do that sometimes, like, just to switch things up. My vest changes a lot because everything is pinned onto it. There we go. So fresh, so clean. Doesn't smell bad. So my vest. Just making a little cameo in this video so you can see what they're looking like right now. Very, very eclectic. Lots of things going on. We got some back pieces. And everything except for this and the seagulls are removable. So everything gets moved around quite a bit. And that means right now I'm going to take all of this off so that we can just toss these in the wash bin. It's all naked now. The side panels, these are actually structural. These safety pins are vital to the structure of the vest, so that these side panels are not sewn on. So I can't take these safety pins off because I don't want to rematch up all of that right now. And then, like I said, the seagulls are permanent. So it's all naked. So we're going to take these things and go put them in a bucket. First, check out my pile of safety pins, and patches that all came off of those two garments. Alright, found a bucket, rinsed it out. I'm gonna use some of this that was in the basement, and it says to put it in there, a cap full, with some cold water, and then soak these in there for a few minutes. The water pressure in our kitchen sink is like so low right now, so I couldn't get the most water in here. I'm just getting impatient, so I think this will be enough, but we'll just like mush it all around in there. It's so sudsy. Yeah. Alright. It's time to dump it out. That's not too bad, you know? Considering some of that's probably the dye. Nah, there's probably a lot of dirt in there. Fun punk fact, this is their first bath. Since both of these items became punk things. But they never really got that stinky. I take care of them. So now we're just gonna kind of squish everything out, and then I'm gonna rinse them and hang them up. I squeezed as much water as I can out of them, but they're still like, they're saturated. And so they're really heavy. So hopefully the pants stay up on this thing. The pants were really easy to wash. The hardest thing was actually just not getting stabbed by these tiny seagulls. I don't have studs, but that could punch a hole in my hand for sure. Unfortunately for me, that will probably take another day to dry. So in the meantime, I might work on some patches, but yeah, gotta wait. Alright, my pants are clean and dry. Look at that. Wow, so scandalous. And the vest is also nice and fresh. Wow, it's never been this fresh. So yeah, so that will get redecorated. It's so like, it just has a different texture. Yes. So, okay. I got out my bag of bits. It's back here. I've been working on my jacket. If you're not aware, I have a TikTok account, and I've been putting little punk jacket updates on there, and probably in a few weeks I'll put a full compilation of them on my YouTube channel, because that's where I'd prefer it be. I want to be able to just watch them all. So I want, so basically, I really enjoyed covering the entirety of this thing in patches, just of fabric. Not all of them say anything yet, but there's plenty of space to add lots more. And that was important for the structural integrity, because it was just like this very thin material after all the pleather was coming off, and I needed to cover that up. So that's why the whole thing got covered immediately. I don't think these pants don't need that to be pants. But I really liked the act of doing that. Like, it was a really fun activity, and I love how it turned out aesthetically. So I think I want to do a bit of that with these pants, so that they are, so I can just enjoy doing it. Like, that's what I want to do. And over time, like, I can embroider things onto the existing patches, or write, or like paint on them. So that's always fun. My favorite part of the punk garments is that they continue to evolve and change over time. But I do have a specific mod that I want to do to these pants, and that is adding this big cargo pocket. I got this massive pocket, and yeah, like it opens big. So I was thinking I want him kind of like on the thigh here. Is that like a comfy spot, or should it go a little lower? Let's see. It'll probably involve me covering up this this hole. Oh. So I guess with the curve of the thigh and stuff, it'll be difficult to put a ton of stuff in there. But it has the capacity. Okay. So let's see if I bring it up a little higher. How do I like the feeling of that one? That's nice. I think it's like lovely right there. So I'm gonna need to pin that in place. And well, good thing I have every safety pin ever on my floor right now. Okay, I'm just gonna put a pin at the top and the side, and then I'll mark it up when I put the pants on the floor. Okay, so I've seen some advice from various people who say, like, when you're working on your like crust pants or anything, to wear them while you sew the stuff on there, which seems a little wild to me. But like I can see why it might be helpful. Since there is this whole cut out in the side of these pants, it makes them pucker and move a little bit differently. So I'm not sure. And I want to get the pocket out of the way. I'm not sure if I should just like try and sew this on while wearing it and see how that goes. Maybe I should start with a different patch like lower down here where it's easier to see. I don't know. But I'm really curious to try sewing it while wearing it, you know? So I've got my little bits and we're gonna see what we can do. Oh good, you can see right there. Let's start there then. It might be nice to have like a thicker material on the leg there, because I'll be like kneeling on the ground and stuff, going on adventures. So maybe a tougher material or like a thicker. There's these pants. I think this is where the pocket came from. They looked like they might have been involved in a fire and a lot of stuff, so they're kind of rough. So I think I'll just like cut a big square and call that good. Okay, nothing too fancy. We've got our random piece of fabric, and I think I'll sew it on right there. It might go over the eyes a little bit, but that didn't like take as well as it could have. It wasn't the best stamp. So I'm fine with that kind of getting obscured a little bit. But I might, let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll take a little bit more off the top just so that it doesn't cover up too much of the eyes. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so it's right there. I feel like I should watch like a video of someone else sewing on their pants to reassure myself that it's a thing that people do. Got me some thread and a needle. I'm gonna do the double strand method. All right. Do people like pin it on while they're wearing it, or do you just go like this? Because I mean, it's staying so far. I guess the main like advice, like the point of sewing the pants while you're wearing them, is so that they will kind of be shaped to your body more. And that's pretty cool, seeing as clothing doesn't usually do that in these days since it's all mass produced. Um so like the concept of having an item that is more specifically tailored to your shape, that's cool. And working on the 3D form, that's fresh. I like that. So we're gonna give it our best shot here. It's going pretty well so far, but I'm also in a spot where I can get in the fabric on the other side and like hold it. So as we get down on the sides, we'll see how that goes. It's probably not even like close enough of a camera for you to be able to tell or care about what I'm doing. So let's see if I can get a little closer. All right, yeah, you can see that I've gotten a few stitches. It's going pretty fast. I'm like pulling up on there so I'm not piercing myself. All right, I'm gonna finish the top row. It's not going too bad, actually. I think it will be nicely shaped. I've got this side done. I'm kind of leaving, I like this rough edge here, so I think I'm gonna leave that. Um, and we're just going. Right? Oh, my computer is dying. Yeehaw! Isn't that handy? I had a needle holder right here the whole time. Wow. For the crafter on the go. All right, here we go. Thigh split time. I put 3 safety pins on there so that it can just hold in place because it warps a lot. And I've anchored my stitch down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But I'm just... Yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm just sewing along and watching D'Angelo Wallace. Welcome back, D'Angelo. So this will be done in a few minutes. All right. I left a little tail there. This pretty much covers up the entire thing that I just did, but it lays so much more smooth so I can sew the pocket on. I put the pins in to the edge of the pocket now so I can hold it because I don't think it's going to stay in place as well as this one did just by clinging to the fabric. So, just putting a few pins in there. And that should help. Look at that. That's a nice little spot. Cool. So I'm just going to go around that with the same thread. Okay. This part right here is getting difficult. Oh, maybe standing will help, actually. What is that? Oh, that's the tail. Let's see. Oh, that's so smooth. Alright, I started trying to do the same thing as this edge, but on the top of the pocket, and the layers are just too thick. So I brought the needle to the inside, and I'm just doing like a running stitch along there, but I guess it's kind of a back stitch because I'm not coming at it from the right angle, so I'm just kind of going like that. It's an upside down back stitch. Alright, I did take the pants off to do all of the parts that started going behind me. And I accidentally sewed the gusset closed on this side. So like it accordions open. I sewed that down. So I guess if it ends up bothering me, I'll have to rip those stitches out and redo it. But until I want to do that, it's fine. It's sewed on there. So now I have I guess I can put this pocket back in there. Wow. These actually, like, the openings for these pockets are really narrow. So I noticed last time I was wearing these that I kept getting my keys stuck. Like, I'd try to pull my hand out while holding the keys, and, like, everything would get stuck, and then the pockets coming out, and, like, it's a mess. So I'm not sure, like, even just, like, there's resistance there. I'm not sure what I can do about that. But it would be great if I could do something. Because it's really narrow. But it's fine for now, I guess. Okay, the other thing about the pants, like when you sew it while you're wearing it and they're becoming like formed to you, these pants are already like they're loose, so it's not going to be like I'm sewing patches onto a pair of skin tight jeans and then it's just like a cast. But it would be nice if it wasn't so saggy on the behind. But I can't sew behind me, so it's like that's not going to change. So that's exciting, but I managed to get this one on there and half of this while wearing them, and that was pretty fun. So more. I'll probably do a few more and then give a little tour. I've just been like watching Get Mary and Karolina Zabrowska. So now back to that. Working on my pants again. Okay, let's show what I've done since I think the last time that I was filming. I did not film putting these patches on right here. Can you see that? Up on the thigh, because I did it while watching TV with my parents. So I have a couple of different patches on there. You might not be able to see them very well. And then the big pocket, of course. This morning I have pinned these guys back on there, the big all they them. so that we can get placement right and I can sew those on permanently. And I'm also thinking about this, where is he? This little pocket, the like one that is inside the other pocket. Like, look at him. He's so cute. There's like a little bleach stain. And this one with its tiny ass narrow pocket openings, there it doesn't have one of those little guys. I never use it because I don't carry like a lighter or a pocket knife or something that would go in there. But I was thinking it might look nice right here. And who knows, maybe I will find something small to put in there. Like a seam ripper. You never know. So I did sew on these 4 little patches while wearing the pants because it's just chilling, watching TV, sewing them on, which was nice and fun. I'm not sure whether maybe I'll like wear them to put these ones on there. So they're stretchy patches. I don't know. But I would like to wear these pants today. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah, that's my update for the moment. Okay, I paused the really rad 1950s piano solo I'm listening to right now to show you what I'm doing. So you're welcome. Granny squares out of the way. Enjoy the beautiful view of my naked bed. We've got this going. I'm just doing the same stitch as always. It's very neat and tiny all along the edge, and I've gone underneath the top edge of this little guy. And I gotta get some more thread and keep going. I hope that adjusting my camera is not making like a ton of noise on the microphone, because that would suck. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I wanted to also say, if you are in the Chattanooga area and you're interested in sewing, mending your clothes, making patches, any of that, any skill level, doesn't matter if you've never held a sewing needle in your life, follow The Thrifty Punk on Instagram, because I will be putting out information very soon about a meetup that's going to be super awesome. I'm just getting the final approvals and details ready to release to you, making the posters, and it's going to be really awesome. So yeah, if you're in the Chattanooga area, please keep an eye out for that, because I want to see as many people there as possible. Like, it's going to be really cool. And a lot of people have been waiting. So if you're interested, it's going to be awesome. I just wanted to say that. Look, like, this is so satisfying. I wish I could get a camera angle where you can like see the sewing as it's happening, because I'm having a great time, and I want you to be having a great time. I hope you're also sewing something or making something, having fun. That's what this video is for. Just crafting together. If you're not, like, that's cool. I feel very watched then. Like, you just I don't know if there's much visually interesting in this video, so sorry. But I mean, you've made it this far, so you must have found something you like. I don't know. But I think my sewing footage here is not the most interesting, so I'm gonna stop recording. Alright, the lighting is tragic due to it being rainy today, but I want to show my stopping point for this video for my pants. If you want to see more
let me know, because I will be working on these and some other pieces a lot. So we have all of this sewn on. I hope you can see these patches well. There's a glare for me, so I can't really see exactly what you're seeing. And then down here on the ankle, I have a bunch more stuff. We've got our lovely shin patches. Wow. And this strip of flannel, which is going to match the flannel on my punk jacket. So I'm very excited about that. And of course, this little pocket up here. So thank you for joining me for some punk pants crafting. My African violet is blooming. It just... Look at that. I've been having issues for a minute, but look. Oh, I'm so excited. Hello, spider plant. Oh my gosh. But anyway, thank you for joining me and have a nice day.